Now we move into turn 2, and because there's some characters on the board, we're going to get to see some proper action. We always start with white, so it's white's turn first. The first phase is free action, but there's nothing we can do there just yet, so I'm going to skip past that. We'll show you that on a later turn. Likewise, fire. We need to have picked up some ranged weapons, which we don't have just yet. So we're going to first start with the move phase. And during the move phase, all of white's characters can move. Now, as it goes, if your character is on a dome, which all of our characters will be, then they have to move. But we can choose the order that we want things moving. So let's start with Jade the Unicorn. To move, we use a character's speed. Jade, she's really fast. Her speed is 8. So she's got 8 movement points. And we're going to get her to use her movement points to head over to the ancient labyrinth. On the back of the reference card, it gives you a rundown of all the different terrains you're going to see on the board and what their move cost is to move through. Okay, so all these different colours you see here, there's different terrains. Right in front of Jade here is some swamp, and swamp normally costs 3 movement points to move through, so that would reduce her 8 movement down to 5 if she moved in here. But Jade has this special text on the bottom here, and it says that her move cost is 7 through buildings and swamp. The movement cost is 3 through woods and rough. So what we probably want to have her do is move around this way, and this is clear terrain. And clear terrain only costs 1 movement point to run through. So with 8 movement points, she can go 1. This is rough. Remember, this is going to cost her 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. So she's ended up inside the ancient labyrinth. Now let's go move Annie Oakley. She has a speed of 6, so her movement points are 6. And I think we'll have Annie, who's over here, head towards the colonial labyrinth. 1, and now we've got some woods in front of us. Let's go this way, 2. It costs 2 to move through woods, remember. Here's our terrain card, woods, 2. 4, 6. Here we've got some water. Here's some caverns, these black spaces. You can't move through those, you have to go through these actual tunnels. This giant serpent here is considered to be an obstacle. It's a snake statue, so you can't actually move through. Can't move across these hexes. Finally then we've got Arden Glynn. His movement comes from his 6 speed. Now we can't have him rush over here and take on the quarterback because no one are allowed to move into domes, and the quarterback's currently sitting in a dome spot. So no, he can't go there. But what we could do is have him perhaps head up this cliff onto this white area, which is called a mesa, and that will give him a good vantage point to look down on the quarterback. You can't cross these cliffs points except where you see these squiggly red lines. They're winding brown paths. So with his 6 movement, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. That costs an extra movement point to head up a winding path. So it's going to cost us 2 points to get up here. Mesas are actually clear territory. This stuff here, this is deep water. You can't head into there. Deep water's out of bounds. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 1 more movement point, so we could potentially move across here. That's the movement phase complete. Now we move into op fire. So if any of our opponents had ranged weapons, they could be firing on us now. No one has any ranged weapons, so there's no op fire. Now we've got melee. If we were on the same hex as any enemies, then we would have melee, but again we're not because they were all on domes. But now we've got the adventure phase, and there's 1 character on the board who's going to have an adventure, and that's Jade, our unicorn, who's sitting on this warpath. Notice too how when a team is taking their turn, each character completes one phase before you move on to the next phase. So now that everyone's moved, we can move on down. Right, so we're in the adventure phase, and we can see that Jade here is in the ancient labyrinth, and each labyrinth consists of 3 paths, and you can move on to one of these 3 circles initially to challenge one of the 3 paths. So this is the war starting circle. This one's prestige, this one's glory. And to challenge the Guardian, we draw the top card of this age's Guardian deck, and we draw Colosseum Free-for-All. Last man standing wins his freedom. In the top left, we have a rating test. This card shows we need to get 6 or higher on our melee rating. Here's Jade. She has a melee rating of 7. But we can also receive a bonus of up to +3 against the Guardian. We look at the age, the setting and the circle. Jade's in the same age but not the same setting and not the same circle. But we've not beat it yet. We need to draw a challenge card. So we draw a card from the challenge deck, the top card, and we compare our result. We're better by 2, remember. This Guardian is ancient but in the fair setting, and the warrior's circle. Our melee 7 versus 6, +1 for being in the same age, that's 2. And we would look down this column here. If we're better by 0, we run across. If we're better by 1, we run across, and so on. We look on, we're the attacker, so attacker is better rather than defender is better. If we were equal to 6, then we would have this little green smiley face. This is a pass. The yellow face, this is an amaze. Each one of these challenge cards is different, right? So depending on the different values. Let's just grab another one and show you. So on this card, for example, 0 to 4 would be a pass, 5 to 9 would be an amaze. Okay, I'll shuffle this one back in. But we got an amaze. If our melee value was less, we would still have passed as it goes, because it says if the defender is better from 1 to 4, then we still get a pass. But on a 5, this grey straight face is called a squeak. We just squeaked by. You've just managed to squeak by. But if we failed to challenge by 6 to 9, then we would have a fail, this red face. So this was a pretty good challenge card. No matter what, it looked like we were going to succeed. So we've done with the challenge card. We discard this. So we've got an amaze. Now what happens here? So depending on which result we got, we exercise this part of the Guardian card. This first icon, this right pointing arrow, means we defeated the Guardian. And to record this fact, we take a team marker, one of these. We'll turn it white side up because we're the white team, and we place it one space beyond the path that we've just defeated. This now becomes the new path circle for the war path. So if we want to do another challenge, another war challenge on the ancient labyrinth, instead of moving to the war circle, we would move to the team marker here. Okay, so all challenges are a little bit further down. If we manage to push our team marker here, so we came here again and defeated another Guardian, we would push our team marker one spot down, and then all our characters would gain this bonus. This is +1 hit. Right, but for now, we don't get that bonus. Now black can come in and do something about that. If they come in, again, they have to go to the new path circle, which is our team token, and if they do and they defeat the Guardian, we remove that. So they can kind of undo what we've done. If we're here and black comes and defeats the Guardian, then we move our token back 1. They defeat it again, and it goes back to here. Alright, so you can see this is kind of a measure of each team's achievement within this labyrinth. And at the end of the game, remember, we're trying to earn achievements. We're going to get points based on how many labyrinths we have team markers in. Right, that was the first icon. Next, we got this card space with a 2 in it. This means we draw 2 treasures, and this is how we get our items. So we've got 2 treasures to draw. We can draw 2 common, 2 secret, 1 common, 1 secret, or because we've got 2, you can draw 1 elite. Alright, so for the cost of 2, you can draw 1 elite. So 1 elite is kind of equivalent to 2 of these. Make sense? So if we get to draw one, we can draw one elite card, and that's, I think, what I will do. Why not? And for now, we're going to keep that face down with Jade. We'll have a look at that in a minute, but let's complete our rewards here. Next is this green finger pointing. This means we're dismissed. A dismissal means we're dismissed from the labyrinth. Okay, and we're going to pop up at one of these other dome spaces. So we draw a card from the challenge deck. Remember, I was going to shuffle that other one in. Look at the colour of the dome. It's a red one. And I think I'll have Jade pop up at this red dome down here. And then finally, we've got these two numbers, 3 and 7. These are honour circles. For each circle with a number equal to or less than our honour, Jade's honour is this value here, 8. She's got a really high honour. We draw a challenge card and read the honour bonus. So both these numbers, 3 and 7, are lower than Jade's honour of 8, with the kind of weighing scales here. So we're going to draw 2 challenge cards and get 2 honour bonuses. Pretty good start, huh? So let's draw 2 challenge cards. And the honour bonuses are these bits here with the weighing scales. So one enemy of your choice discards all revealed cards. Well, that's a shame because none of our enemies have got any revealed cards. And then the second one says draw 3 secret cards for your vault. Now that's pretty good. So let's draw 3 secret cards. 1, 2, 3. We'll have a secret look at them. And then we'll put them in our vault just down here. Okay. Discard these. This is now complete. We'll put Jade back over here. Now she has a little elite item now. She can carry, it says, she can carry but not use cards except lift cards. So, you know, you can't have Jade wielding a sword, for example. Let's have a look what it is. Okay, she carries a magnificent warhorse, speed 7, which isn't much good for Jade. So we'll just place this secretly down here. What we want to do is, during the free action phase, remember I mentioned the free action phase, we can trade items. So for example, if we head over and end up in the same space as Annie or Ardyn, we could give them that horse. And that's it, a good bit of adventuring. We've managed to get one of our team markers on the ancient labyrinth. And then now we move into the reinforced phase once more. So we look at our opponent enemy, black. Their highest off-board respect is 5. Which means all of our characters with respect 5 or more can enter the game. There's 2 here. We've got Kit Carson, Scout, and Kiri Silvertip, the winged warrior maid. Here's their tokens. Let's draw a couple of challenge cards to find out which domes they're in. So let's do Kit first. A grey one. So let's place him here. And then one for Kiri. It's also a grey one. Let's place her here, I think. Good stuff. That completes the white team's second round. Now it's round 2 for black. Join me next time.